sumayo chiyeyeye, chiyeyeye we sumayo chiyeyeye, chiyeyeye we sumayo chiyeyeye. Wewapoka mapensioni mumigodi, wewapoka mapensioni mumigodi. Mwitina kuya kwenu kumusi, mwitina kuya kwenu kumusi, mwitina kuya kumusi mukulima.
The devastating effects of climate change remains visible to many. Different countries across the globe have continued to grapple with changes in climatic conditions as floods, droughts, extremely high or low temperatures ravages the societies. Zambia has equally not been spared as drought took its toll in the 2023-2024 rain season, affecting not only household food security but the country's energy sector as well. Various stakeholders are now partnering with government to mitigate the effects of climate change. A non-governmental organization dubbed TOMBE NDIBI has been launched in Choma's Mbabala constituency to become the latest in joining the fight against climate change.
TOMBE NDIBI stands on certain pillars or principles. First of all, it has an education component. The education component has a training and a skills training. Where we are standing here, this is a skills training center, this building that we are able to see. It has a facility for training, cooking, and a conference facility. So that is the first pillar that TOMBE stands. The second pillar is the water system. We need to improve our water supply for our orchards, for our trees, for our gardening, and for human consumption. The third pillar that TOMBE stands for is the actual gardening through use of compost manure or compost heap. It uses manure generated or waste generated from our institution, more especially at our relative shelter, the hospital, and from the secondary school, from the market. And so compost is being made. And so that compost, once it matures, we use it for gardening. The other principle that TOMBE organization stands for is on the orchard. Around here we have planted a number of trees, different trees. Planting, reforestation, we see a lot of climate change as a result of deforestation. But TOMBE stands on the principle that we can plant more trees as opposed to actually cutting down trees, so that the experiences of the drought and the climate change that we talk about globally is being minimized or reduced. Another principle TOMBE stands for is the infrastructure. The infrastructure development that we are talking about is the fencing that we have around here. We have also the infrastructure for the building here. We have to improve the infrastructure for us to make sure that this organization, it has the kind of infrastructure that will support the development that we would like to see even in the future, and that no animals like goats and cattle and the like would just walk into our gardens and destroy the effort of the plants that we are doing. And so the other principle that TOMBE organization stands for is the separation or what we may call segregation of waste. We have biodegradable waste, that which can compose and that which cannot be composed. And so we know that sometimes we have plastics that cannot be destroyed for many, many years to come. Bottles, tins, and materials that cannot easily be destroyed. And so we are working towards a principle that waste can be segregated and be either be reused or be decomposed in a manner that does not pose any health risk.
With heaps of garbage produced from both commercial and household activities, resulting into environmental degradation, TOMBE NDIBI seeks to promote sustainable waste management.
Here we use the locally made fertilizer, commonly known as organic compost fertilizer. The way we make the compost fertilizer, the waste that we receive from the institutions and the labs that have opened in other institutions, that's our major ingredient, is the composite. So we have the shima, we have the leaves, the green leaves, and we have the waste vegetables that we collect from the garden. Like when we harvest the tomatoes, then the leftovers of the tomatoes, those that we do not sell, they're the ones that we use to make the composite. Our composite, they take 4 to 5 weeks to mature, or 4 to 5 weeks to be ready for use. So the first layer, we can put grasses, which are fresh grasses. The reason why we use green grasses is because they decay very fast. They take a short period of time to decay. So the first layer will have the green grasses. Then on top of the green grasses, we are going to spread the ash that we burn. The reason why we use ash, it's for two purposes. The first one, ash acts as lime. It has calcium carbonate in it. Then the second reason why we use ash, it also acts as an antibacterial. So it kills whatever bacteria are there in the composite. Then after spreading ash, from ash we can bring vegetables, we can bring green leaves, we can bring shima, and then we add soil. And we make sure that we water our composite probably once after a day, so that it is kept wet. The reason why we water the composite, it has got two reasons. Reason number one, there are living organisms that are found in the composite. Example are the worms. They play a very major role. One, they defecate there. In return, it also becomes manure. And the second reason why we also need worms, it's because as they are burrowing in the soil, they are also aerating the composite before we are to turn the composite. We are able to turn our composite in order to aerate the composite. The composite also needs the oxygen in order for the waste to decay. In the absence of oxygen, it may not decay properly. So we have a number of composites. These composites are the ones that we use for our vegetables. As you can see behind me, we were just applying composite manure 2 days ago. The other one was applied yesterday. So we apply our compost manure every after a week, because we have a composite which is ready every after a week. Currently, fertilizer is trending somewhere around 800 to 900 kwacha, the 50 kg bag of it. But out of what you are seeing behind me, none of the plants have used fertilizer, of which it increases our profit because it reduces the cost of production. Where you are supposed to have a cost of production of 10 kwacha per plant, the cost of production comes to 2 kwacha per plant, because we only spend on seeds. Then from seeds, everything, it's organically. The fertilizer, the pest control. Down there, we have cassava leaves. Yes, you can get cassava leaves. And then there's also what we call, there's also another weed that we use. It's called bush sunflower. You mix the bush sunflower and the cassava leaves. You can make an insecticide which will cure aphids.
During the launch, Choma District Commissioner Kamela Sigalea reaffirmed government commitment to helping communities deal with the effect of climate change.
On behalf of government, we appreciate and thank you most sincerely, the organizers of this project, a TOMBE NDIBI project, whose one of the objectives is to turn around the dirty into something that can help us create food. And when I see this project, I realize that President Hakainde Hichilema is a good leader, because he has talked about irrigation schemes. And I extend my gratitude to our partners, those that are coming from Zimbabwe, those that are coming from the US, and a family that thought of coming back home and introduce this project of TOMBE. As members of the community, let us take these such projects as blessings in our society.
For the area Member of Parliament, Joseph Musanje, this initiative is timely.
So if all our cooperatives, the various cooperatives that are already existing, can pick lessons from here and go and replicate this, then we will be producing a lot, we will be food secure. This speaks to one of the Sustainable Development Goals. It speaks to the National Vision, the 8th National Development Plan. It speaks to the vision of His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema. He has been preaching about resilience in terms of sustaining ourselves. And this is what is being demonstrated here. Our friends, Michero and his friends, they have not forgotten where they came from. They have given back. They have given us a seed. They have given us a vision. And so it's our responsibility now to take that vision forward by replicating it in the various villages.
What a better way of honoring the lives of your parents. This should come as an example to every one of us. But I know your father's bar was high up there. I can confirm where he's lying. He's not he's a happy man. Not only him, even all of us who are alive, the leadership, we should say thank you. You're not only ambassadors of the family, you're actually ambassadors of every one of us. So this is a model for us, the community. It is a model for the government, like District Commissioner has alluded to. As a leadership, we should take a keen interest to make sure that this succeeds and this actually becomes a model for the people, for the cooperatives, for the people who are doing their own peasantry, that you can actually bring out this kind of production in a small area.
Choma Mayor Javen Simologa used the opportunity to address another effect of the drought, water shortage.
For the situation we are facing, through the Ministry of Water and Energy, Choma District has gotten 60 upgrades of boreholes from ordinary boreholes to become solar-driven boreholes. The idea is to have more water for the people, for the community, and indeed livestock, and such things should be able to happen in the community.
This organization is amongst the 10 NGOs we have in Mati. But interesting, amongst all the 10, this is the latest in registration. And out of the 10, this is the only organization that has got a place where they're operating from. We thank you, management of this organization, for providing employment to our people. You have led the way. Your organization is coming at a time of just completed celebration on CLTS in March. You have come in the same line to provide a health component of our people again. We appreciate that you have come on another line that is going to complement the CLTS program in March. Continue leading the way. We wish you all the best and you're very welcome to Macha. Please continue helping us as a community.
Interestingly, the TOMBE NDIBI Waste Management Initiative has already attracted other partners.
Michello was sharing with me how he wanted to bring some of the ideas that we were discussing here to his home. And I was eager to help Michello to realize his vision and goals. And as has been said, we envision the community building, and with proper approvals from the authorities, will be where organic materials can be composted and recyclable materials can be collected for distribution that can repurpose or process the resources.
TOMBE is after helping the communities and empowering the communities through agriculture project. The compost that he is trying to do can be moved from the compost pile to the field. This concept of gardening, we have about 37 gardens like this in Zimbabwe right now. This concept of TOMBE and TOMBE, it can be replicated from this point to many other points because we are here to empower the community. We only do for the community. People coming together and form a group. They elect themselves chairman, secretary, treasurer within that group. And then we come and help them drilling a well and starting a garden and making compost on the side.
I'm pretty sure that where possible, it will always be good to continue working together, even with the church, as we implement this project. I think all of you can agree with me that actually this project has potential to change the face of Macha, the district and the province at large.
To ensure sustainability of the project for generations to come, learners in various schools have also been incorporated.
TOMBE NDIBI is a club that was created to educate general public on environmental health. It is our innate wish that we help people help themselves by protecting the environment and keeping it clean. We wish to help the environment by planting trees, reducing all forms of pollution, and to make our environment more sustainable for future generations. Besides all these activities, our big dream in the near future is to produce biogas energy power. Trainings to the community on waste management and climate change.
We can educate using the drama, the poetry, and so we are not just working with Macha girls, we are working with other schools as well. I think here, as you can see, we had other boys from Fancy Davison. We had also pupils from Macha Mission Basic. Then we are also working with Rupata, Monde, Macha Central, so we would want to bring everyone on board.
I've seen the establishment of youth clubs in the schools. I commend Macha girls for picking it up, and all the surrounding schools, I'm told 7 schools have already established these clubs. We want these clubs to go to all other schools in the district so that we can strengthen sustainable development from our children learning about how to be environmentally aware and how to use these leftovers and the like. If we pick that route, we train our children well, then we will be on the right course.
Managing waste requires mindset change among the communities, hence taking the launch of this project to the chiefdoms of Macha and Chikanta respectively.
A project we've welcomed this project in Macha. We've welcomed it so greatly in Macha. Therefore, we are saying, let this project continue to forge ahead. We've seen a house that has been officially opened. It will not just be a mere house. It's a house that will bring knowledge to our children in the Macha community.
For a project like this one to be carried out effectively, there are 3 basic things. The first resource or first thing is the people. The second thing is land. You can't do irrigation, you can't do anything without land. When we look around here and from where we have come from, there is available land to carry out this project. The third one is abundant water. We have water here, but we need abundant water. We need to have probably a commercial borehole so that we are able to do it effectively, so that we teach other villages that when you have water, this is what you can do. So that we promote irrigation of gardening, irrigation of maize production. What we want to be seeing here is that people should be planting maize 3 times in a year. In a field like this one, which is almost half a hectare. So that even if it doesn't rain, from that garden, from this maize, a family is supposed to sustain it. That is what the government of the Republic of Zambia is encouraging now.
The locals are eager to support this initiative.
Let's have
one mind, one spirit of working together.
I
know we can't fail as long as we work together. This investment is so huge in this area.
Bantu ababole kuno kujirara ikwamba uti buli kintu kijitiga alimijiga nkamani agwinda mu muberesi bwenu no mukarago guno.
Let people come here in Chilala village because of the good works that you are doing. Let the people admire the progress of this project.
Ibana besu abaiye igwinda mu garden, yes.
Let's educate our children through this garden.
Ijagulia jitatu shupi igwinda mu garden.
Through this garden, we'll be able to feed ourselves.
The TOMBE NDIBI organization is also working on constructing office infrastructure and training centers that requires more support.
The idea of setting up TOMBE was birthed from the mourning the loss of our parents. They hailed from this place. It was a way of carrying on their legacy and giving back to the community they loved here. The idea came from the need to take care of our environment, and we hope it takes care of us in return. In addition, we cannot talk about the environment without talking about the effects of climate change that is felt globally. Zambia is not an exception. It is for this reason that we are looking to partner with everyone, along with other like-minded organizations, both within and outside Zambia. We also need the government's blessings. That way, together, we can implement initiatives that will contribute to the mitigation of the negative effects of climate change.
I will support and fast track to make sure that this center becomes a skill center. And I also want to challenge our Honorable Member of Parliament. Every time we spend about 8 million on skills, and this money, Reverend, it just goes to other constituencies. So, the moment we have the certificate, we want to make sure that that 8 million should stay here.
With support from all of you, we can all realize the TOMBE dream. I ask each one of us here to find the space in your hearts and ask yourself, what is my contribution to make sure that this wonderful project can continue?
To those who provided the resources in form of funds, to those who have taken time from your busy schedules, traveled from far and beyond, I thank you for being here. Mike and Shannon and Charlotte, potential TOMBE partners. To the entire team under the guidance of Fundis Ntombe, thank you for being here today. To the local leadership, thank you for letting us to set up the NGO, which we believe will benefit the community. To my brother Jalobe, being there through thick and thin. Thank you.
Climate change mitigation requires collective efforts, hence the need to support initiatives that seeks to address it.
Uya amiga kumute ya gute kwa baje